There, where Litomyšl stands today, there used to be absolutely nothing. Well, there were hills, trees, and the Turskynitska Trail, but as early as 981, the chronicler Cosmas had noted the frontier castle of the Slanikovs, the Litomyšl castle. Later on, around the castle, a church and a monastery are built. And below the castle, a village. In 1259, King Ottokar II of Bohemia raised the status of the village to a town. This brought a number of important rights, among them, market rights. Well, and then it just kept on going. A bishopric is created, which is raised by the Hussite armies only 100 years later. Litomyšl comes under the ownership of the House of Kostkov, and a period of prosperity and growth comes to the town. By the end of 1503, one of the oldest printing presses in Bohemia is established. The Gothic period ends heralding the arrival of the Renaissance in the House of Pannstein, which wastes no time in building the Litomyšl chateau. The entire building is decorated by some 8,000 unique sgraffito designs, Bible verses, and even a sundial. The 17th century runs its course in the name of the Baroque and wars. The Trautmannsdorfs could care less that Litomyšl was ravaged by the Swedish armies, and they continued to suck the devastated lands dry. Compulsory labor grew and grew, culminating in a peasant uprising in 1680. Nonetheless, Frebene von Pernstein managed to establish schools and a Pietistic monastery. Ta-da, ta-da! The major event of the 18th century? The biggest fire in Litomyšl of all times. 307 homes burnt to the ground, as well as all the churches, and for a long time after, the saying could be heard in the streets, "Hey, Frankie, she's a burnin', like Litomyšl. Oh man, man!" The 19th century is chock full of famous people. Little Bedřich Smetana is born, and at the local school, good day, sir. Yes, Alois Jarasek is teaching. After 2 world wars, there's a thoroughly positive event. In 1949, the first season of the Smetana Litomyšl Opera Festival is held. Our story ends happily at the end of the second millennium, when the castle complex was listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And that's something, isn't it?